Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a new Cardfight Vanguard video for you guys today. So, I have been meaning to make this deck for a while. I just kept forgetting. You guys know I love me some Dragon Empire, and we did mess with this card a little bit, but now he's got his own ride line and his own support, and I wanted to try and mess with it a little bit. Now, this is the first draft. I didn't make this on stream or anything. I literally threw this together in 5 minutes. I wanted to get us a baseline. We will be messing with this a little bit on stream tomorrow, but I want to bring you guys my first thoughts and get your ideas, so we'll have them for the stream tomorrow. So, we're gonna talk about the ride line, the card choices, and we're gonna go jump into a game and see how we perform. I haven't even tested this out yet. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's jump in. So the card we're playing today, ignore the mistranslation on Bang Pro, but it's Hellfire Dragon, Wirbel Dragon. This is apparently the main boss unit of the main character of Dear Days 2. Now, I like this card because it's very generic. It does have its own support now, but it can be played with just about any generic Dragon Empire support, which we do have a lot of. So let's talk about the ride line, and then we'll go from there. So up first, we have our grade 1. When this unit is rode upon by Drag Ritter Azar, Energy Blast 3, draw a card, choose one of your vanguards, and it gets 5,000 power till end of turn. You know, a little bit of early push with the 5,000. The Energy Blast 3 to draw a card is basically free. The only downside about it is you basically can't use energy cycles if you want to use this grade 1. There's also, you know, the Soul Blast grade 1 to ride for free you could use, but you risk overcapping on energy if you're not playing energy cyclers. And if you don't use energy cyclers, if you do use energy cyclers, you risk messing with your energy costs as far as Wirbel Dragon goes. Granted, his skill only needs you to Energy Blast 6, but we'll talk about the rest of it in a second. Drag Ritter Azar. This unit is rode upon by a grade 3 or greater card with Wirbel in its card name. Choose one of your vanguards, and the cost of all that unit's original auto abilities are reduced by 1 counterblast. That basically means that for your first grade 3 turn, your restands are free, which is kind of nice because you can't be damage denied. Now, Wirbel's skill in general, at the start of your main phase, you energy charge 3. Energy Blast 3, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If nothing was retired, this unit gets 5,000 power until the end of turn. If your opponent's vanguard is grade 3 or greater, get 10,000 instead of 5,000. So basically, if your opponent clears the board or you retire all their rear guards, he can get really swole, and he is a restander. That's why we're going to his last effect. Auto Vanguard once per turn at the end of the battle that this unit attacked. If your Energy Blast 6 or more cards in total for the cost of this unit's ability, Counterblast 1, stand this unit, and it gets Drive -2 until the end of turn, and then Soul Blast 1 card with the same name as this card, and it gets Drive +1 until end of turn. Basically, if you Persona Ride or if you use like an order to get another copy into Soul, we're not using that order in this build because that's not really the focus. If we get it on turn 4, cool. 1 drive check doesn't make that big of a difference, but I can see why people would go with that route. Unfortunately, in the TCG, we do not have that order, so I want to make a build that doesn't have it. So the way this card works, going first, you know, you're gonna have 6 energy. You'll go, with his skill, you'll charge 3 more, you go into 9. Going second, if you're not playing any energy cyclers, you will have 9 energy going into your turn 3, and then you will charge 3 and you will overcap. That's why we have the grade 1, the Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. You could run cyclers, but I decided to go away from that because I know people have been worried about the price of cyclers, and the ride line kind of facilitates itself. Now, as far as our actual main deck, we have our 3 Persona Rides. We're starting off with an old card, Steel Bullet of Duststorm Ethan. When your Vanguard attack hits, retire this unit, draw a card, and countercharge 1. This deck is extremely counterblast heavy and has no built-in countercharge, so I wanted to put in some. And the fact that we have a restanding Vanguard, it has a much higher chance of hitting than other Vanguards, so we throw in an Ethan as a little bit of draw/countercharge, and he's a decent early game card. Up next, we have the staple. I know I was talking about the price, but I had a bunch of slots open and I couldn't figure out what to throw in, and this guy kind of helps facilitate everything. He helps us with the early game, he can retire, and he can help us build the board. So there's a reason this card is as expensive as it is, but this is probably the most expensive card in the deck. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, other than during the battle phase, Soul Charge 1, and this unit gets 5,000 power until end of turn. Then Counterblast 1 and perform one of the following. Choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rearguards and retire it. Choose a grade 2 or less card from your Soul and call it to rearguard. It's just a really solid card. Unfortunately, it's almost necessary to play in Dragon Empire decks. All right, this is one of Wirbel's actual support cards. Drag Raider Bishara. When this unit is placed on rearguard, choose a grade 3 card with Wirbel and its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card or have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Wirbel and its card name, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. If you did not retire a card, draw a card. It's the counterblast 1 to draw, because in most cases you're going to retire with Wirbel's skill unless you're trying to pump up Wirbel. Continuous rearguard, this unit gets power plus 5,000 for every 3 energy paid for the cost of the act ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Wirbel and its card name. So it becomes a giant beat stick. Not bad. I do like that the second effect is basically costless. It just kind of happens. And they specifically said 5k for every 3 that you paid. So if you use the skill 3 times, it's plus 15k to a rearguard. Not bad. We have our PGs, obviously 3 and 1 Elementaria. Shenri, it's a retire deck. We're playing orders, and we don't really have anything to use Soul for. So if I find a good Soul Blast card, Shenri becomes even more valuable. And of course, Shenri combos really good with Ford and Rivaltus. That's basically our main early game. But we just also have this one, Drag Raider Nilmeen. This is also another pretty good early game card. When this unit is placed on rearguard, counterblast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater card from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, countercharge 1. This skill is great. First off, as someone who plays Gandiva as a main, that grade 1 that we have, that's a Soul Blast 1 to check top 7 for a grade 3, is a fantastic early game card, fantastic mid game card, and a fantastic late game card. This is actually better. Well, it kind of evens out because this costs a counterblast while we do not have a whole lot of countercharge in the deck. This can grab any grade 3, including Regalis pieces, which the Gandiva card cannot. So if we hit Caliburn off of that, we can add it to our hand. On top of Persona rides, we are playing other grade 3 orders. Like, if I had a good grade 3 rearguard, I would probably play that too, but I don't think there are very many. But moving on. This is our main booster specifically for Wirbel. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Wirbel and its card name, this unit gets all of the following. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, energy charge 3, and you cannot activate the act ability of your energy unit until the end of turn. This is nice because there will be times where you have awkward amounts of energy, and this allows you to keep on using them. When this unit boosts, this unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of that battle, and if this unit boosted a grade 3 or greater Vanguard greater unit with Wirbel and its card name at the end of the battle, Soul Blast 1 and stand this unit. Basically, you swing with this thing, boosting Wirbel, Soul Blast 1, you can restand it so you can boost again. Solid. And we do like that first skill that energy charges through. Now, as far as orders, we're playing a pretty big order package. A little bit weird. I just wasn't sure which way to go with the order package. That's why I'm like, this is probably the part I'm most iffy on. Best Harvest. I fucking hate this card. Anybody who's watched my channel or any of my content knows I hate this card. I hate decks that have to depend on this card. But unfortunately, Wirbel doesn't have any inherent draw power. If your opponent has 3 units, you can literally just play this, Energy Blast 9, retire 3 units, and draw 3 cards. Sounds kind of nice. But there's so many decks that can get rid of their own field, or as I like to call Mirage their own field, that Best Harvest has just become a much worse card. But I still can't deny that when it works, it works. Drag Resonance is a card that I've grown to really enjoy with restanding Vanguards, especially ones that are as cheap as Wirbel. This one restands, your front row gets 10k. It's just free power. Now it's a little bit better in decks that can multiple restand the Vanguards. There's not a whole lot of those, just Overlord and Varga, but it's still a solid card. It's just bang 10k. On top of a Persona ride, this thing gets ridiculous. Radiance Caliburn. I don't know when we'll use Radiance Caliburn over the other two, but we're playing a deck that needs countercharge. It's a countercharge. The soul doesn't bother us as much, and sometimes you just want to draw 2, Pot of Greed. And then, of course, Elementary Sanctitude to finish it off. I thought about putting in Evergreen Transfer. That might ironically be my favorite Regalis piece. If this deck didn't need countercharge, I would probably run it. That's Soul Blast for a 25k shield. 25k shield is a pretty hefty shield, and you guys know I despise over triggers, so taking away that critical when I get hit with an over trigger, it just feels nice. But regardless, moving on. Lastly, our trigger lineup. We're playing the Dragon Empire over trigger. I know what you're saying. We have a restanding Vanguard. That's weird. No restander in the game works with this over trigger besides Overlord. Until now. Because of the way Wirbel's skill works, it's at the end of the battle. If you trigger this on your first swing, you can restand, swing again, and then stand again with another 100 million power. Or if you swing, use Wirbel's skill, restand, swing again, and use the Soul Blast to get 1 drive, and you hit this, you can still restand. The only downside is when you swing the 3rd time, you'll only have 1 drive check. So ideally, you want to see this on your first twin drive. But it's the fact that it actually works with Wirbel. That's why we're running it. 3 draws. Again, I said, deck doesn't have a whole lot of draw. We do have a lot of decent combo pieces we want to see. So draws to get there. And then, of course, crits and heals. So, guys, this is the first draft of the deck. Can it be improved? Probably. I want to hear your ideas, but let's go see how it performs in game. All right, guys, we got a game, and we are going first. This hand is immaculate. We'll send back one of the 4s. I don't think we need both, right? Maybe it's good to rush. No, because we have no counter charge. Let's do that. All right, I approve. I approve. All right, we're gonna drop one of these guys. We don't need both. Now, for anybody that wonders why I'm using Arhinsa, it's probably still my favorite starter, and I have it SP. It looks like we're up against Solar on masks. We're just gonna take this. Oof, 2 damage. That kind of hurt. I didn't like that. All right, we're gonna start off. We're gonna go main phase. No, we gotta ride. What am I doing? I guess we could drop a Shenri. And then skill, we energy blast 3. We draw a card. Good draw. We'll go main phase. We'll call our grade 1 skill. Counter blast 1. Look at top 7, right? Yeah, 7. For grade 3, we'll add Whirlbur, shuffle. And now he gets, if your opponent's rear guard was retired or bound this turn, this unit gets 5k. That's nice. We'll call. We don't want to go too crazy. We'll want to save some of these cards for next turn. Battle phase. Swing him in. That's fine. Trigger. Nothing. Then swing. Then skill. To the soul, and we draw 1. Now, I could have probably overextended a little more, but we wanted to save our resources for next turn too. We already have a good setup for turn 3 and turn 4. Maybe we could do without drag resonance because a lot of our cards gain their own power, but we'll see. We'll guard this one. Do we need the counter blast? Nah. All right. Ooh, that's a good card. I would have liked that maybe like earlier. What do I want to discard? We know Soul runs a 5 attack deck. As much as this is gonna hurt, I really like my hand. So, all right. So this makes our counter blast skill free this turn. Main phase, skill, energy charge 3. I should have moved that F second, but that's my mistake. All right, so let's do things. We'll start off by playing. Should probably save drag resonance, right? We'll go skill, energy blast 3 plus 5k. Skill, energy blast 3 plus 5k. We will call skill, soul charge 1, gain 5k. Counter blast 1. Call. You know what? We'll move it back up and call. These will gain 5k because my opponent has 1 less rear guards, and then we'll go battle phase. Swing. Twin drive. First check. Draw trigger. We'll give it here, and we'll draw 1. And second check. Radiant Caliber. That's all right. And then skill, restand, swing again. Now we'll go 28. Skill to the soul, draw 1, and then we'll go 31. that 5? Yeah. Go to the soul. And we'll draw. I wonder why he didn't guard a thing. Strange. We're at 2 damage. We have 2 PGs in hand. I think we're chilling. We got a Persona Ride and Drag Resonance next turn. We have this to retire even more and gain even more power. We have another Ravatus to build a board. I think we're all right. And we have Caliburn if we need a counter charge. So is this? Yeah, this is definitely Solaron Masks. So he's gonna Persona Ride. He's gonna go for 4. He's good. He got a Dragon Tree Wretch off the top. All right, so he's got 5 attacks coming because he's got 2 ways to get Dragon Tree markers. So he's Energy Blasting 3. He's adding Mask of Hydreigon to his hand. Nice. And now he's gonna use the skill, I'm assuming, to get Solaron Masks. No, he's using that skill to counter blast 1 and draw. Yep, the Solaron Masks. All right, so we got a 5 attack turn coming our way. We're at 3 damage. We should be all right. Solaron's numbers don't get too crazy. And then next turn we're gonna push pretty hard. So he's gonna top deck a card, draw a card. So for anybody that doesn't know, fun fact with Solaron Mask, if you that right there, that cost, you know, revealing a normal unit to draw and then top deck it, that counts as revealing a normal unit. So see, he's trying to get the drive trick. So for all of Solaron's support that require you, you know, you see one of your opponents, they require you to see a normal unit off of the skill, that counts. All right, he's counter charging 28. I'll take that. Cool. All right, here comes the skill. He's looking at top 3. He's revealing 2 of them. But the last one on top. So we are going to PG this. And we're going to discard. Because we're playing Drag Resonance, Caliburn's dead, so we're gonna play Resonance. So we're gonna discard that. Yep, there's the crit. That's fine. All right. We're going to guard and intercept. Save our PG. Oh. We're going to guard and PG that. You get the drive check, which you got a crit. So now we'll just take the last hit. One and 2. That's fine. All right, let's do this. Persona Ride. He's got a lot of cards in hand, but he has to guard every attack, and that matters. So this has plus 5k on it. We're gonna go call. Well, before we do that, we gotta do this to energy charge 3. We're gonna go full balls to the wall here. Skill, soul charge 1. That sucked. Oh, that sucked. Oops. I don't know why I just did that. We're gonna call this out. We're gonna play Drag Resonance. And we're gonna call skill, and you charge 3. Skill, and you blast 3, retire. Now, this grade 1 technically didn't have 5k until I just killed the first rear guard, so. Okay, so everything's dead. Killed it, we did everything. This now has power plus 5k because we played in order this turn. And we're gonna go battle phase. This also has power plus 5. We're gonna go 36 to Vanguard. All right, twin drive, first check. Heal trigger is awesome right now. So this is 33, this is 38. We'll give it here and we'll heal 1. And second check, nothing. Skill, kind of blast 1, restand, skill, soul blast a copy, I get a drive check, then skill, soul blast 1, and he gets a restand. And then we go again on drive. All right, we PG'd again, drag resonance. Oh, and front row has plus 10k power, forgot. All right, and now we're gonna go 48. Big numbers. All right, that's 43, that's 58. All right, which means he probably has enough to guard the last one, which is unfortunate. 53 is a big number. He's hesitating, maybe he doesn't have enough. 3 PGs in a single turn is crazy. And now we probably lose because 5 attacks is a lot. Yeah, he persona ride. He can still give himself his rear guard a drive check. Sorry guys, we might be in trouble. It might have been, I don't know if the extra 10k mattered, especially with him having the extra PG. It might, if he didn't have the PG, it might have mattered. But he had the PG, so maybe Best Harvest would have been better. He'd draw some extra cards. So let's just try not to die here. All right, guard. Oh shit. Trigger? Fuck. How many heals have I been through? I have 3 heals in deck. I lied, 2 heals in deck. I'm screwed. That's gonna gain power. I need to hit a heal off of this no matter what. Oh, cool, he's getting a double trigger. Well, let's just take our lumps, boys. Ugh. GG. Almost. He didn't even give me a GG. All right, guys, here's one more look at the deck. Like I said, this was the first draft, and it did okay. It did okay. That last turn hit some good numbers with the 4 attacks, but we definitely need to be able to gain more of an advantage. Should I have Best Harvest? Like I said, 3 cards. With 5 attacks, I don't know how much 3 cards could have helped. Maybe we can cut down on the grade 3s. I do like this card. This card was nice in the early game, and it transitioned to a good booster in the late game. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know, is this card just too basic to do anything at all, or can we think we can rework it to have a better version going forward? Join the stream tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can try and tweak this as well as work on some other decks. We got a bunch of new support that we can play with, and I'm excited for it. Especially the Welsh support. You guys know I love Welsh. Also, I'm actually interested in Magnolia, which I didn't think I would be, but I am. But let me know your guys' ideas down in the comments. If you guys want to check me out on social media, those links will also be down below. That is it from me. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later. In my eyes, I was born for this. I got demons on my side, you ain't right like this.
to believe. I don't need it from my gifts, only I can change the world, and it go like this.